Hi everyone, it's really nice to be with you again today. This is your tarot forecast for the year 2014. For this reading I'm going to use the Wheel of the Year tarot deck, and I've chosen 12 cards, each of which represent a month of the year. I'm going to get started straight away and give you an insight into what each of the cards mean, and that way you'll be able to kind of have an idea of what to expect for the month, what energies you'll be working with, and really what you can look forward to during the year 2014, and how to kind of, plan even a little bit just to make sure you get the best out of the year. I'm going to start with that card up there for January, and for the first position of the year I've drawn the Princess of Swords. And really the Princess of Swords, as you can see on the card, is really all about looking forward, looking to the future, and exploring new territory. Swords has to do with thoughts and thinking and new ideas, and it is an air sign. Also the princess, she's not a queen, she's young, she's inexperienced, and really what this means for January for you on a practical level is that you get some new information coming in, you start some new projects, you start a new chapter of your life, and it's really fitting that this falls on the first month of the new year, because obviously, a lot of people make resolutions during January, but really for you in particular, it means a new direction and exploring uncharted territory that you haven't been aware of before. It's also, you can see that she uses a kind of telescope there, or a looking glass, and it means the future and your projects, the good that is due to come into your life in 2014. It really sets the tone. It's not nearby, it's not evident straight away as you start the new year. So as you go through the year, you'll see that things start to improve and progress as you develop. And I'm really getting that the completion of the project you start in January actually takes place between the summertime and the autumn time. So I'll have a look at that in more detail. But moving on to February is Judgment, and that's in reverse. Judgment is really a rebirth, it's a divine calling, but because it's in reverse, it means that you don't need to kind of get back on track. You don't need to be called to kind of get back to your purpose. It means that you already are doing your purpose. So it's really important for you to just kind of heed the information that you get during January, to really follow that up, because it is part of your, the blueprint of your life, the kind of chart that you've set out for yourself, and you are on the right track during January, and it continues into February. So don't doubt yourself, continue to do what you're doing. It is divinely guided, it is divinely inspired, and just trust really that you are on the right track. Judgment also has to do with things feeling a little bit out of sorts, and things not feeling the way you imagine them to be. Again, don't kind of give too much importance or credence to that feeling, and again, have faith and trust that things are exactly the way they're meant to, and you won't really see the results of all this work that you do at the beginning of the year until later on. So it's really important to kind of have that faith. Okay, the next card is the Two of Swords, and as you can see there on the card, you've got kind of two men with their swords crossed, but really the Two of Swords has to do with not seeing the reality of a situation and being blinded by your circumstances. So it could be that things are happening around March time that really kind of get you to go into your ego, that really cause you to believe the illusion of what's going on around you, and it starts to cause you to be aggressive towards that problem. So you fall for it, you kind of believe and see that there are issues that aren't perfect in your life, and you really try and bombard those and kind of get rid of them by being aggressive. The solution to that in March is to really just have another look at the situation again, to know that everything is perfect in truth, to let things take their own natural course, to accept the way your life is, and not to kind of go out of yourself and be aggressive and try and bombard the problem that way. So really, I think March, if kind of hurdles are coming up for you, if you have kind of things slowing down a little bit or not progressing the way you want to, my recommendation, my advice is to step back and to ask the universe for help and let it flow naturally. Moving on to April, this is a great month for you. You've got the Knight of Wands there. The Knight of Wands, you can see him riding forward. He's all about action. He's all about taking his kind of passions and following his desires and really being on the move. You know, being in a good mood, good humor, lots of energy, and lots of your dreams and desires really coming true. And you having also a lot of energy. So it's a real first kind of turning point in terms of the year, whereas January to March, you know, the colors have been blue and it's been kind of intense feelings and thinking about your purpose and where you should be. And then April really switches into a much lighter energy of you know, yellow, sunshine, the kind of lightness of spring, and that energy of moving forward. Moving on into May is the Six of Pentacles, which I have always termed the kind of have and have not card. It means the kind of ups and downs of life. Sometimes you have plenty, sometimes you have very little. And really this card is about finding more balance in your own life. So if it's been kind of a situation of either feast or famine for you before, you'll start to notice that in May things become a little bit more balanced, evened out, and things aren't as extreme. So really expect to have a really kind of stable, easygoing, and quite pleasurable May, because it'll be really, so far during the year, it's the period of most serenity and peace and good cheer. So whereas in April you were really driving out of yourself and being energetic and making things happen, I think that energy just kind of plateaus in May, and you kind of ride the wave. You surf that wave that you set into motion during April. Moving on to June is the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is a really nice card. It has to do with you know, again, the ups and downs of life and really being able to handle everything that comes your way. You've got this image of the two children here, kind of you know, seesawing on top of that kind of walnut there, and really just being in a good humor about it. And it means that whatever comes your way, you'll be able to really sail through it, and it also indicates a kind of energy of playfulness and joy and not taking life so seriously. So again, the first 3 months of the year, January to March, are very serious and about a little bit of soul searching and seeing where your path is and just trusting and having faith that it's right for you. And then April to June is much more fun, it's much more energetic, and financially it's a period of much more stability and abundance and wealth. You can see both of these cards for May and June here are pentacle cards, and that has to do with finances, you know, your personal abundance and prosperity. So really, in terms of your finances, look towards these 2 months out of this year to really provide for you and to really be very good. The next card is the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands, really, you can see the kind of image, the two men there stacking up against a kind of flood. But really, what I'm getting for this card in particular is making progress and really overcoming a situation and overcoming obstacles. So really moving forward with your path and your journey and having that faith in yourself to do that. So in terms of sort of practical considerations, it could mean that um, you encounter some hurdles or challenges during this month of July, and that they're temporary. They will pass, and by putting in the effort, you will be able to overcome that. That's really an important message, because sometimes, you know, you have to accept the things in your life and ride them out. But this is a situation where if you put in the effort and you have the energy and courage to make changes, you'll be able to make those and overcome the situation. August has the Six of Wands in reverse, and that really means that the Six of Wands is all about success and acclaim and public celebration and really public achievement. Because it's in reverse, it means you really experience a personal victory in your life. It means that you know, the obstacles that you start to see there in July, you really overcome in August, and it's a personal victory for you. And it's not something that anyone else has to do with, but it's something, either it could be something about your character or a situation that's really near and dear to you, but you put in the work, and it's because of your effort that the situation is resolved. So it's a really, I mean, I think that's, in terms of things happening, I think that kind of triumph is much more meaningful, you know, than receiving praise or success from other people. It's really something that you value yourself, and it's an achievement that really makes you feel good about yourself. September sees the Princess of Pentacles there, and she's in reverse, which really means that the Princess is about new energies, new starts, and Pentacles, as I've said, is about finances and physical health and the material world. And because the Princess is in reverse, it means that you continue to nurture your existing financial projects. I think you're really on a path where 2014 is a year where you've already put things into place, and it's about making those happen. I think you know where it is you want to go. I think the period of kind of wandering the desert aimlessly is over for you, and you've really got some concrete ideas. And September in particular is a month of working on those ideas and continuing with them, and getting some rewards for those. So in these 2 months, May and June, there was some financial success. September sees either your business or your career or your working life really going to the next level through your own kind of efforts and achievements. And also looking back at the month before, it means that the personal success that you've experienced in August really allows you to now kind of, you use that to inform your work. So it could be that, I mean, you can see that the Princess is writing there. It could be that you use your personal victories and experiences to include in your work and to earn money with it, or to share your wisdom and experience with other people to help them through their own issues. October is the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords is a period again of a lack of clarity, feeling kind of blocked by negativity and really slowing down and kind of giving in to negative feelings and ill health, really. That could be emotional health, or, you know, a sense of giving up or feeling defeated. But it's really a period of retreating, slowing down, and kind of experiencing those, you know, less positive feelings. But, you know, nothing is really wasted. And when you have a period of you know, like a desert period where things are slow and where things aren't happening, it's often a way of nurturing yourself, of, you know, forcing yourself to slow down, of kind of regrouping, connecting with people who are close to you to really learn about the real kind of intimate things in life. You know, it's when everything's going great, often it means that things aren't. You know, you don't learn as much as when things are difficult, and often we do have to learn um, through difficult situations, but it's through that learning that then a lot of good can come out of that. So expect some lessons to occur in October, and to use those lessons for the positive. Right, November has the Tower in reverse. The Tower represents, you know, an end to something. Because it's in reverse, it means you're rebuilding, you're restructuring things in your life. And I really get for this last period of the year a real focus on family. So the kind of spring, we've got April to June was all about new energy and finances and having fun. The kind of summertime between July and September was about personal achievements and overcoming obstacles, and continuing on your path and on your work. So really career focus. This last period is about family. And I see that this period of illness in October could have to do with even a kind of relational illness. So, you know, upsets with people, or situations with people, fallouts that really kind of cause you some upset. And then in November, the Tower in reverse, it indicates a rebuilding of those relationships, and it indicates a kind of coming together of people working through their issues and building a new structure and a new foundation. So in terms of a family situation, it could mean that family members who haven't spoken or been, you know, bitter about things in the past, or you harbor resentments, anything like that, you could make inroads to resolving those and build a new future and a new structure with the people in your life. Finally is the Ten of Cups in reverse, and that you can see a kind of family unit there in reverse, and it really indicates and shows that the last month of 2014, the work you've been doing in October and November really comes to fruition, and the family and the people closest to you are back together again. It is in reverse, so it doesn't mean that everything's rosy and perfect, but it is on the right path. So the family is really healed in the last quarter of 2014, and it's a real coming together of family. So obviously, you know, the holidays, the festive season of 2014 is next year is going to be a really in 2014, I mean, is going to be a really healing, deeply kind of spiritual and deeply intimate period for you, and is really going to bring your family unit closer together. So, like you expect, it looks like a very varied year. It looks like a very successful year, but it looks like you really are on your path, and you experience life really fully this year, and you have, you know, a multitude of themes and emotions going on for you. But you're really, I mean, the thing that runs through all of this is that you're really present, you're experiencing life to the fullest, you're working hard, you're doing your best, and you're really expressing yourself in the way you want to, and in the way that you've charted in the kind of map, in the blueprint of your life, and you are on track. You're doing all the right things, you're keeping on, and you know, that's all that can be asked of anyone really, to show up for life, to put in their best, and then to see what the outcome is, and you really do that this year. So I wish you the most wonderful year 2014 of your life. I hope it's a really positive, transformative, life-changing kind of experience that takes you from strength to strength. You can find me here on the channel doing daily tarot readings that give more specific guidance for each day of the year. I also do monthly readings on here, which gives a rundown of each of the months, again in a little bit more detail. And I also do astrology readings, numerology readings, dream interpretation, runes, all sorts of things. So take a moment to like the Facebook page. Again, I hope you have a wonderful year, and I will be with you again soon.